Alrighty, I'm going to do a quick feature update, I guess, on this car. I don't know what you would call it, but I'm just going to kind of show you all the features that this car has, how to operate them, and kind of, how show you that, this vehicle isn't much different from the vehicles that are made later on. This is a 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland. Going to begin with the easy stuff. So you got memory seats. You got selection 1, selection 2 for your memory seats. You do have power seats, forward and back, up, down for the front and the back of the seat, and then this as well for the back seat as well. Now you also do have 4-way lumbar support for the back right there, but that's about it for the seat here. And it's going up here, lock, unlock, window lock, and then window switches for the rear, auto switches for the front going up and down, and then electronic mirrors. So I'll show you. That guy moves up and down. Perfect. And the same on the other side. Showing it all works. And going here, so I'm just gonna move, I guess I'll move over here. Gas button is in the same spot. This is gonna be your dome lights, so you can turn up and down the brightness. You turn it all the way up, the lights up there will come on. And then here you have your automatic headlights. Oops, I unlocked that, accidentally locked it, but it's on auto, so during the day they're off, and at night they come on. This is the turn them off, so that no matter what, if it's nighttime or daytime, they are off. This is turning on your running lights. This is turning on your regular headlights, and you push this bad boy to turn on your fog lights. Okay, going over here, we have, this is basically the exact same thing you're gonna see on just about any other Jeep really that's got these features, but you got your windshield wipers, you have mist, you have push for the wash. Here, let me try to focus it in a little bit more. And these are going to be for your rear windshield wipers, so you can turn it, push it down, it'll spray the back window, push it up, you'll have them on, and push them all the way up, and it'll spray again. And then obviously your blinker, that's your brights, but blinker, brights to turn them on quick, and then out to keep them on. Does have push button start, and there are some stuff up here that you can go through, so you can change it between miles per hour and kilometers, which, if you ever decide to go to Canada or in any other country really that isn't the United States, you can switch it to kilometers. But let me show you kind of everything. So you can show you vehicle speed. So you do have a digital speedometer going back, trip info, oops. So it'll show you like your hours on the trip, miles on the trip, all that kind of stuff, so you can kind of track your miles per gallon on your own just to see if it's reading correctly. Terrain, so this is where it's basically going to adapt to the road conditions. So if it's starting to get a little slippery outside, there will be more traction control turning on, and then the mode that the car is on will actually change on its own. Going down, tire PSI, vehicle info, which is going to tell you like your coolant temperatures, oil temperature, oil pressure, trans temperature, engine hours, all that kind of stuff. It'll show you important messages and whatnot, like, oh, here, let me zoom in a little bit. It'll show you important messages. You can change it from English to whatever language really you want, all from here. And navigation, park assist, all this kind of stuff, anti-lock doors, auto unlock doors, remote unlock sequence. Not sure what that is, just another little feature. Remote start, this one does have remote start. Horn with remote start, horn with remote locks, and just a bunch more. But when there's turn off menu, so if you click on that, basically it'll just turn off everything up there. Press back to go back. But yeah, that's about what you got. You got your fuel gauge, your RPMs, and miles per hour, and then also a temperature gauge there too, because temperature gauges are pretty important. But the way I was navigating through all that is right here. Also, when you do connect to Bluetooth, You can answer phone calls and you can talk to the system with this button as well. Over here you have cruise control, so you can turn it on and off. You can set it up, set it down, cancel it, or you can reset it at whatever speed you want to go. And you have telescopic steering wheel as well. And it is electronic, so you don't have to pull no lever to bring it down. So now I'm going to go to the main features over here. One, you have auto dimming back mirror, which is pretty standard now. Looks like there is some sort of dash cam from the previous owner. So I guess we are back with the main features here. Sorry, my phone camera cut out for a second. But anyways, going through here, you're going to have navigation right there. It is aftermarket, by the way. It's Kenwood. But you're still going to have navigation, Sirius XM, HD radio. You do have Bluetooth. You do have Spotify, as well as Pandora, and a bunch of different settings in here too for it as well. I believe this also does have Apple CarPlay, which some newer vehicles don't. So that is a little bit of a plus. But coming down here, you have dual climate control, so you can control your side, they can control their side. You have front defroster, rear defroster, heated and cooled seats like you were talking about. You have multifunctional vents here, so you can control it here, up there, and at your feet. AC, circulating air, and then this is your knob for changing the speed of the fans. You can turn off the whole system by pressing that. Now coming down here a little bit, you have traction control. You also have tow haul, so when you bring it down into drive, there you're going to see a little plus and a minus. So if you press on tow haul and use the plus and minus, you'll be able to tow quite a bit more, at least in a more safer way. You have a heated steering wheel here. I haven't turned it on yet, so I can't confirm that it's getting really hot, but I will leave that on and I'll confirm it in a few minutes. And then you have cigarette lighter. This is basically going to turn on any extra cigarette lighters that are in the car, just like because I know that there is one in the trunk, so this is going to turn that on. And then you have parking sensors here, so you can turn them on and off. But that's about it for up here. Coming down here, you got all your different modes, your four-wheel drive and etc. So the Overland, just like every single other one, it does have air ride suspension, which this one does have brand new airbags in it as well. But you can control going up or going down, and then when you put it, you can also put it in like park mode, I guess, so it's at its lowest setting, because I know some people would have troubles getting into a taller truck or, well, SUV, so that's why they added that extra feature. But you have sport, snow, auto, which is going to adjust on the fly like I showed you on the center console up there, sand and mud, and then rocks. So I mean, it's a very multi-use car. So like I was saying too, this one, oh, and then you have cruise control downhill, which is like, it just adjusts to the elevation that the car is at. But also too, this one, as you could probably notice, has a little bit of extra little added features that the previous owner put in here. One of them is this, one of them's the dash cam up there, and the other one is you got this little button here that's going to turn on some like little LED lights if you want them. I think you hold it, turn them off. Yep. So it's just this little button. It's very sleek and kind of out of the way, which is pretty nice. I know that sometimes the wires on these cars can get very annoying when people put these aftermarket stuff in, but it is very tucked away. I couldn't even tell that it was down there. But yeah, that's that for you. Going over here, I mean, there probably isn't a lot of features, but you still do got your cigarette lighter there. Bring this down, press the button. I'll go back to this mode there. Oh yeah, I did it right the first time. And you got a separate little spot here and a little USB port right there. It's very nice. I'm gonna hop out the car, look in the back, and I'll show you some of the other stuff too. By the way, this car is running and is dead silent, which is pretty dang nice. But obviously electronic windows in the rear as well. And also, I'm gonna sit in these back seats real quick. You have heated seats for the rear seats as well, which not a lot of cars have that, as well as the outlet here, which is that button up there, which I don't know if I can zoom in, but that little button right there should be dead center of the screen. That is going to be for this outlet right here. So if you have kids that have an iPad or something like that, and it's dead, they can plug it in there and you can control whether it charges or not. But yeah, that's about it. And let me give you a quick glimpse of this sunroof too. It is a very nice sunroof. I wish my car had this. But one little thing that I forgot in the front, because that's basically all the features. Let me show you one more thing I forgot in the front, which may or may not be important to you. But you have this stuff up here. Once I pointed out this sunroof, I realized I probably should talk about this. But this is for the, oh wait, that's for the sunroof. There's a vent button, which will pop it up. And then, oh, auto down. And over here, this is your sun's shade. So you press that one, and it'll close the shade, which is pretty neat. And I'll show you when it's fully closed. And it gives it all it's completely closed off look, and it makes it a little bit more private in here. I am feeling the steering wheel, and it is getting pretty warm, by the way. Like I said, I was going to do it earlier, but there's that. You also do have here, let me check. Okay, so you also do have your lights here and your lights there, and you can set these to whatever you want. But this button right here is for your trunk. So you click on that, it'll beep a couple times, lights will turn on, and it'll open up by itself. And I believe you can press this again, and it'll close it. Once it shuts, these lights will turn off, which will kind of let you know that it is completely shut. You'll hear it lock in, and then these lights go off. So that's about it for this. You also, oh, that's a little feature. You get a little Overland badge on there, but on both the seats, and a nice sound system as well. But other than that, that's about all I have for you. It's a beautiful car. It looks great. It's fully loaded. It's got everything you could possibly need. So please, if you are interested, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help you out with getting your next vehicle.